Hello. Okay, part 3. I'm gonna come with this brush. Also from Hemi. But I like the brushes I got. Well, I like the paint too. But I'm doing this is strictly watercolor. Cured hockey watercolor, but it is watercolor. Uh, Depends on how much of the paint you actually put on your brush. If you, it's some of the Kurotaki is opaque and some is not. But it is still watercolor. I'm trying to get some of these edges here. I didn't like that. Okay. It needed to be a little darker. The edge. Get some of the definition of these clouds. Cloud? Okay, so if you know my last name, then you know the haha. Yeah. If you don't, well. Some of these clouds that I put in there before. Wipe it off. My rag's over here. I need to move my phone. Can't get it wet. Do not want to get my phone wet. Don't want to get the phone wet. So happy little clouds living in the sky. I'm not a happy little painter like Bob Ross. I just love to paint, but I don't say happy little. It's not me. That's not me. Although I enjoy painting, I enjoy watercolor, I enjoy drawing. I'm on a watercolor kick. I'm not a member of the gouache crowd right now. Mostly because I haven't really barely started gouache. Gouache. I'm not putting gouache in this. I promise not in this. The bigger one? I might have some colors that I can use, opaque, transparently. Make it transparent. Like there's some beam stones that say they're, they say that they're gouache, but that's where it comes into how you use it. And even though the Japanese does have a white with their watercolor, it's still the white. The white is still a little bit transparent, and it can enhance lighter areas. But if you have something way too dark and you're trying to correct it with a white, it's not happening. So you can give highlights, dry brush it as much as you can, but it's still going to be transparent white. So and sometimes the whites are just more pearly. I'm finding this white with extra little thing. I'm trying to get some highlights here. I need more paint on there and less water. Some highlights to the puffy little clouds in the sky. puffy little clouds in the sky. I don't know why I'm working on this. Should be working on the water. I just want to work on this. Bring it up into a better perspective. Some of this clouds, I think, just came from the way I was using the okay, we'll revisit that a little later. For now, okay. Now, yes, the water. Okay. We're going to get the lighter color here onto that area and bring in some little bit of blue because that's what you expect. But I'm going to have, that will be areas that will be much lighter than the waves coming in. I'll let some of that color blend into that just a little bit. Get that little corner right there. And come back with some more paint. Need a little bit more water. I don't want it to be too dark. And now I'm going to come tippy tappy, frothy little waves. Little waves. To that blue. Carefully go around the bird. Go around the bird. I need to work on the bird some more. He's not finished, but we might need to let the water dry before we can work on the bird. Even though this is the second painting session today. So, there you go. Oops, I didn't mean that color. That's a sky color. I dipped it in the wrong color. Do it again. There. There was an area needed help. Might as well. Re-wet it. Go over top of this area. The shallow area that's got ground underneath it. And I'm going silent. Sorry about that. Concentrating. I'm getting this area now come underneath here to get the bird area. Right there. I might have to put just a tiny hint of a reflection for the bird. Tiny bit. Getting more white. Build it up. I think it was that one. Test it. Yeah. Trying to get some movement here with the waves coming in. Load up the water on this. I'm trying to put it down dry. It's a little bit dry. Give a lot of contrast there. Do some blending. This brush is not supposed to do that, but it's doing it like separated. Kind of like that brush that intentionally built to where the bristles are like for grass making. That just happened with this one, and it wasn't made that way. Wasn't made to do that. Just a happy little accident. Happy little accident. Bring this a little darker down here. Let's see. And let's see. Okay. Now, to blend that down. But, okay, I almost spilled it. I think I did spill it. Back over here. Can't risk getting. I have this board on top of the bigger one. The bigger one. And let's get some fine detail brush. Too much water. Okay, I need a lighter color for that. I guess I'll go with this color. But watching me paint and I'm videos taping and I'm sorry, I'm talking, trying to work on this grassy area. Okay, now, let's do some green. Well, it would help if I had water on my brush, huh? Because that was dry as bone. That was dry. Let's just give this a bush look. Give it more of a bush look. The water to darker color. Bottom of this bush. Get some green underneath there. That's not supposed to be a cliff. That part of it is not supposed to be a cliff. And some highlight colors. Load up my brush. The highlight over here. So we go down. Some highlights. Gonna have to bring in some shadows, of course. And get some darker values. I think it needs some of this color to that part of the grassy moss hill. It needs to be brightened up. It just needs more color to pop. More color to pop. There, I think that's good. On that one. This one needs a little bit more color to pop as well. And blend into this darker color a little bit. Give these hills a definition. More water. It was doing a dry stroke when I wanted a wet stroke. Need to come to this one. I think that's the one. See. Grassy hill coming down. Give shadow to the one that's coming down area. And I'm boring you probably with this painting. Okay, let's see. Where do we need some details? Okay. Clean the brush really good because we're going to try to build up this white to give it some detail. Yes, highlight details, some highlights. Coming in just a little bit of highlights. Back on the cliff. Bring the highlights. It'll pull your eye. This one needs a lot of help. By the time it dries, you might not see I was highlighting it. Because it is transparent. Okay, this green here. Well, that was the wrong color. You forgot which one was the darker green and which one was the turquoisey. I don't know if it's called turquoise. I had to look at the bottom of the color. Can't just tell just by looking at it with my macular degeneration. Well, I need to lift that. Went further than I wanted. And then with some water, dry my brush, pick it up, dry my brush, pick it up. There we go. That's better. Some highlights. Highlight needs to be right on top of here. Where this island, those little rock formations out there are going to have to live the way they are. I need to get back into that darker one. Maybe a little bit more paint on my brush. A little bit more water in my paint. I'll dry it. Blend it up. So that is land and not vegetation's growing all on that, and you don't see any rock. And I need to come back with the ocean a little bit. I need to get it thicker. It might bleed if I get too much here. I'm having to raise it toward me, so you might not exactly see the painting at this moment. Darkening the ocean because it's further away. Making it be able to give a contrast there. And back into my clean water. Dry it off a little bit. Clean my brush. Dip into the clean water. Dry it off a little bit. Highlights of this ground. Maybe we need some lighter still. Gonna blend it. Blend it on my paper rather than in my palette. Get it blended there. I'm starting to like how it's looking. That probably needs more water. And blend and blend and blend until you get it thicker. Probably needs to go wipe some off. Clean my brush. Wipe it off. Dip it back into here. Layer upon layer. Now, if this weren't watercolor, I would be totally removing the dark shades I had already got in the moss and stuff. But this is watercolor. Just a little bit of blending. And starting to work on the fine detail little bit by little bit. I like that this cliff actually has a heart in one of the cliffs. You know, I can see the heart. I'm going to have to call session 3 complete in just a little bit and wait for session 4. I think lots more layers are needed. Okay. Brush. Purposely like that. Ugh. We are going to go into my deep blue. Might need a little bit more water. Get the color on there really good. It went onto the where I didn't want it to go. Okay. We're just going to have to correct areas that didn't really want to have the blue like that. And I'm calling it quits in just a second because of the fact that I'm now out of clean water. And I need to dry this brush off. Get my detail brush. One little area needs to have it back. I need to get some darker underneath this cliff's shadow. Okay. I have to let it dry before I can do any more to that cliff or anything else. So here it is now. I will post a picture as well on my Facebook, but on YouTube. You just hold it there for a minute to look at it. Bye. Okay. Now, I need to move just very carefully. Oops, spilling it.